Hi guys, it's me. Decided to go ahead and film a car vlog. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. It was Memorial Day, so there was no work. So today is my first day in a very long time driving down to the building on a Tuesday. So I don't know, I'm not gonna film a car vlog every day. I don't want to chase you off, but thought maybe I'd tell you a little bit about how the weekend went. I had said before, my brother and his wife and their two little ones were coming for a visit, so they came on Friday, and they have two little girls who are 18 months and 5. And we had a really nice visit. It worked out perfectly because I was so depressed about my boss kind of changing the rules on me, where I went from getting to work from home 4 days a week and driving down here 1 day a week to now I have to drive down here 4 days a week and I only get to work from home 1 day a week. So that's a very big change. And I mean, the gas price alone, the money that I'm going to have to start spending on the gas alone is depressing, because this isn't a short drive. But anyway, them coming up here kept me from focusing on that all weekend, and I had a really nice time. So it was just a really good visit. We went on Friday. They came up. It was kind of, after 6, so we just had pizza and then just sat around and talked. And the girls were they weren't shy at all, which was awesome. And just so sweet. And then Saturday we were trying to decide. We definitely knew we wanted to go to the Kansas City Zoo, but we weren't sure which day because the weather was calling for rain pretty much the whole weekend. But Saturday definitely ended up being the day that it was going to rain off and on all day. So there's a place in Kansas City called Crown Center, where it's not downtown, but it's kind of around that area. And they have a lot of neat shops and restaurants and just different things down there. And one thing they have is a really nice aquarium. They also have a Lego museum that's right there. As a matter of fact, you can buy a ticket to go to both the aquarium and the Lego museum right at the same time. You're not going through the museums at the same time, but you know what I mean. You do one, then the other. But we didn't do that. I mean, the aquarium is kind of expensive on its own. I think just since my husband and I and our 2 kids, since our kids aren't considered kids, when it comes for tickets, it was like $80 just for the 4 of us. So, but anyway, the aquarium was wonderful. And we lucked out because my husband had found a coupon for getting a kid in free, and then their youngest, I'm not sure if they considered her. You know how sometimes they don't make you pay to get babies in? I don't know if they had to pay for her or not, but all the cost aside, it is a really nice museum or aquarium. I can't think. See, it's only 6:40 right now, and normally at 6:40 I'm still in bed. I'm not sleeping, but I'm still laying there watching the news. So I've been spoiled, I guess. Or I didn't have this long-ass ride. But anyway, they had all kinds of really neat things in the aquarium. They had jellyfish and, all your regular, I don't know the names of all the fish, but like clownfish and tons of fish. The jellyfish were really cool. They had an octopus. They had these Japanese crabs that if I can remember, I'll put some pictures. But these, oh my God, they were out of nightmares. These just gigantic crabs. When I took the picture, I had my husband get in it, and then he took one of me so we could kind of show you the scale. I mean, I don't even want to think about it. They were so scary. They were so big. But the aquarium was really, really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely want to go down there again someday. And then Sunday we went to the zoo, which I really enjoy the Kansas City Zoo. It's a really good zoo, and you can tell they care about the animals. I mean, years ago, I don't think any zoo really did the best job they could at enrichment for the animals, and you know, they're in captivity, so you should not make them feel like they're in captivity. And our zoo is like that. The exhibits are very large. You know, I think they mimic what the animal's natural habitat, the size, what it would be, things like that. For example, the elephants. I remember when I was a kid, they just kind of, oh, excuse me, see, I'm too tired. They were not in a very big exhibit, and they would kind of just stand there and swing their heads back and forth, you know, how they do when they're bored. Well, now their exhibit, it spans a really long stretch of land, so they can walk along a path, or they have like their own lake, they can be there, and it's got like a fountain that sprays, so they can stand under that if they want, and there's lots of rocks and just different things to keep them happy. And I didn't notice any of them standing around swinging their head. There was a couple that were down at the water area drinking water and standing in the sprinklers, and there was a couple that were just walking around the enclosure. One that was standing by the fence where you can see him, where she was kind of just watching us. You know, she was just really interested in us. And they even have one who likes to paint, so they'll bring her the supplies to paint, and she'll paint pictures, and then they sell them, and that money goes towards the zoo. And I'm trying to think. Oh, we just got a penguin exhibit, and it is so nice. Those penguins were so cute, and you can tell they're happy because this exhibit just opened. I mean, it hasn't even been opened but maybe a couple of months at the most, and they've already started laying eggs, and one was born Saturday, one was born, and there's another one that's supposed to be born within a week or so. And you could tell they were just having so much fun, and they would come up right to the glass. It was almost like they were posing for their pictures, and there's 4 different kinds of penguins. I just remember Humboldt and Emperor. But that was really nice, and we've had a polar bear for a couple of years, and then his name's Nikita, and he's humongous. I can't believe how much he's grown just since they got him. And we recently are on loan as a female polar bear, and they're trying to hopefully get a baby polar bear. She's quite a bit older than him, but I guess that's how it works in the wild. And so hopefully that'll work out. I mean, zoos there's a lot of animals that are on the endangered list now, and so zoos are doing the programs to, you know, try to keep them alive. I mean, there's some animals that maybe they will no longer exist in the wild, and that's really sad. So, but yeah, I'm a big animal lover, and I'm just really happy to see that the animals appeared to be happy. I mean, they're working on a new orangutan exhibit, which that was the only one that I really thought was too small, but they're coming up with a new one, so that's good. I know people, like for the gorilla exhibit, sometimes people complain because they don't see them as much, but they're in a wooded area. I mean, they're kind of like where they would live in the wild, so if they choose not to be seen, they don't have to be, and I think that's great. Every time I've ever gone, I've been able to see at least one, because sometimes I swear it seems like they like to be on display. And the chimps are the same way. They're in an area where they could hide if they want to. You know, it's a great big area. And I don't know if you'd ever see all of the ones that we have. But anyway, that's enough zoo talk. I really enjoyed that. And then yesterday, they stayed till Monday, and they just came over to the house and then just visited for a while and then headed home. And then my sister-in-law and I went shopping just a little tiny bit. We didn't really have a whole lot of time. We just went to the Dollar Tree and Target. But it was a really nice opportunity to get a bond with her. And it was just really nice to get to see him. And we don't get to be around little girls very often. And it was really great that my nieces weren't shy. You know, they just took right to us, which was fun. And, you know, one day it was like they always wanted to be by my husband. And another day they wanted to be by me, or, you know, sit by us at dinner. And just really sweet little girls. I always hate it when people leave. I always feel so sad. The house seems so empty. So of course I had to go take myself shopping a little bit yesterday. I only went to Target, and really the only thing I did was I started to get excited about vacation. I think I've told you that before. We go on vacation in July, and I'm a little bit of an organizational freak on some things, not everything. If you were to open, like, you know, the drawers that are in my coffee table, they're not organized, they're a mess. And, you know, I've got the junk drawer in the kitchen that's a mess. I have messy places, but I do like to keep certain things organized. I'm very organized at work. And also when it comes to vacation, we've gone there enough years now that I have a spreadsheet, and it's like a workbook, and it's got a couple of sheets in it. One is where I keep our grocery list for when we get down there. We always go grocery shopping and get all our groceries down there because, you know, why buy them here and then take up all that space to pack them when you could just buy everything down there. You know, the meat and the fruit and just all the different stuff that we buy to eat during the week that we're there. And then I have another sheet that is the things that we take with us, that we remember to take with us. Like, we always take our own coffee pot, because one time theirs was a percolator, which I wasn't too crazy with. It put a lot of grounds in the coffee, and then there's been and then they've just had like Mr. Coffee, your regular coffee machine, but it's really slow, and we just really like our coffee pot, so we take our own coffee pot. And the coffee, they do have filters there, so sometimes we pack filters, sometimes we don't. But, you know, I just have a list of sunscreen, just all that stuff that you don't want to forget. Stuff like sunscreen we could actually buy down there, but just stuff. See, this is why I have a list. I can't think of everything that's on it. So anyway, I had that list out, and I usually do buy like the paper products at home, like the paper towels and the napkins and all that stuff, because it seems like they go on sale at really good prices this time of year, and then by the time we get down there, they're not on sale anymore. So I went to Target yesterday, and it worked out good because everything was on sale. Plus, I don't know if you know about Cartwheel for Target, but they have an app that's called Cartwheel, and if you download it to your phone, you can go through it. It shows you like a list of items that they have where you can get an extra percentage off. So even if something's on sale, you get this extra percentage. And it even has a scanner on it, so if you don't want to go and just look through all the things that they have, you can scan all your products. Like, that's what I did yesterday. So they had like the paper towels and the napkins and the paper plates and plasticware, and all that was on sale. Plus, when I scanned it, I saw with my Cartwheel I got an additional 5% off. Then if you use your Target card, you get another 5% off. I always use my Target card. No matter what I buy there, I use my Target card because I always am going to get at least 5% off. And then I just pay the bill every month. kind of like my Discover. That's what I put my gas for my car on it, and the gym membership, and a couple other like recurring things, like those monthly Bonjour Jolie or Ipsy or Beauty Box 5 subscription boxes that I get. I put those on my Discover, and then I just pay the bill off every month, because you earn cash back with them. I mean, cash, and you can use it for all kinds of stuff. But back to Target, if you don't know about Cartwheel, look it up. It's really, if you shop at Target, I mean, if you don't shop at Target, you wouldn't care, but that Cartwheel is a really cool app. And, I mean, you can save money, and they didn't used to have the scanner. That's a pretty recent thing, but I love that. So there, and it's like on the app you get little spots, and that's where you can add the offers or the deals, and you can earn more. Like if you're on Facebook and others of your friends do Cartwheel, you earn a spot. If you're not on Facebook, you don't have to be. You can earn them just from shopping. You know, the first time you use the app, it gives you another spot. The first time you save a certain amount of money, it gives you another spot. Just stuff like that. And you can reuse those coupons over and over again until they expire too. So it's a nice benefit. I just really love Target. Like yesterday when I went, and then like my husband needed Dr. Pepper, and they had that on sale, and that was on the Cartwheel. I mean, a lot of the stuff I bought yesterday was on the Cartwheel. Plus I saved my 5%. So by the time it was all said and done, and he got done ringing up everything, and then I had like coupons for the pot, like paper coupons for the Dr. Pepper, and I bought some off, you know, like that stuff you spray to keep bugs off of you, because we're hoping to be able to go like on a hiking trail or something this year. I don't want to come back with bugs. I don't want to get a tick or something. And so I had a coupon for that. So between the coupons that I had and the Cartwheel and the 5%, I saved $27. So, you know, how can you beat that? So I'm getting even more excited about vacation, because now I'm starting to prepare for it. It's just such a relaxing time. Now I'll really need it even more than ever. And then I was thinking about something else. Now that I have to drive down here and I have this long commute, you know, sometimes in the mornings is when I would watch my YouTube videos, and then that's what I would do at lunch. You know, I'd sit there with my lunch and I'd catch up on some videos. You know, not every video, you know, because some people film longer than others, so sometimes I could only watch one video. But, you know, then getting off at 4 and then I'm done, I could watch a video. But, so I feel like I'm going to probably get behind on YouTube now. I'm already behind, you know, because I didn't watch any over the weekend. But that was just something I kind of enjoyed during the day, you know, at lunch. Now, I guess I'll read. I did go this morning and downloaded some books to my Kindle. So I'll get, you know, since now I still get my breaks, so I'll still walk. But like at home, if I had a conference call, I could carry my phone with me and I could walk throughout my house for exercise. And, you know, now at work down here, I have a headset. I can't walk. I mean, I could pace at my desk, but I would look stupid. And plus, you don't really, you know, who can walk around in a circle in a cubicle and not look stupid? You know, my cubicle is really big, but I mean, it's not an office or anything where I can shut the door and walk, you know. And even though I just have those two guys, maybe if they're not there, like if they're gone, I could pace. But I still can't pace far because my headset has a cord. That'll be what'll happen. I'll try to pace, and I'll get a little too far away and I'll rip my headset off my head. But I don't know, so I don't get to sleep as late as I used to, which means I can't stay up as late as I used to. Then I have to get up out of bed a lot earlier, I have to leave the house. I don't get to spend time with my dog. And sometimes at lunch it would also be when I would loom knit. I can bring that stuff with me, but I don't know. It's going to take me a while to get over this. especially because I feel like if they would have just let me go on the work from home program, instead of just saying, oh, it's no big deal, it's okay, you know, I wouldn't be in this boat where really, yes, it was a big deal and it wasn't okay. And if you'd have done your damn research, you'd have known that. But oh well. I keep just telling myself, you have a job, you have a job, you have a job. And I really do need to keep that in perspective, because I only really got to do the work from home thing for probably a year and a half, I think. It was November of 2012 that I started. So yeah. You know, so for all those years before that, I had to drive down here. It's just, it doesn't take long at all to get used to being at home 4 days a week. I mean, that's such a good benefit and to save all that gas money and to save all this commute time. You know, because the commute is long and takes up a lot of time, you know, that I could be doing things around the house, or like I said, catching up on my YouTube videos, you know, because there's a lot of YouTubers that I like to watch. And I need to see if, I keep hearing that people have just for some reason Facebook, YouTube automatically unsubs people. I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but I need to see if I've been unsubbed from Jerry, because I haven't seen her do a video for a while and I'm really getting worried. And then, but I need to see, hopefully YouTube just got stupid and unsubbed me and she's okay, and or maybe she just doesn't feel like filming videos right now, but I miss her. I'm gonna check that. I can't check it from down here because it's blocked. Things like YouTube and Facebook and all that social media stuff's blocked. We're not allowed to access it, which the only time I ever accessed it from work was at lunch anyway, because, you know, I don't know if I'm old school or what, but or actually not even old school, just a responsible employee, I guess. I don't do that stuff during the work hours. You know, like at home I could very easily be on my personal laptop and my work laptop at the same time. You know, I could be messing around, but I don't. You know, I would only get on my personal, I would have it logged on, but I'd have the lid shut, because then, like at lunch, like I said, I would watch the videos, or sometimes at breaks, or early in the morning before I would start work, you know, like from 7 to 7:30, I'd get on there, stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know, I just work. It's like if I would take my breaks, I would take my lunch. Some days I actually wouldn't take my lunch, but I also wouldn't mark down that I didn't take my lunch, which is a complete no-no. You can get fired for that. They want you to make sure you take your lunch, and if you don't take your lunch, make sure you get paid for it, kind of thing. But I don't know. That was just kind of stupid. I shouldn't give them extra time. Lord knows they're not trying to help me. But do you think I'm bitter about this work from home thing? I think I am. But you know, if I would have been laid off, like most everybody else was, I can almost guarantee I wouldn't have found another job that was work from home. I'd have been driving my butt down here, or my goal at the time was to try to find somewhere closer to home, because to save the money on gas is a big enough savings where I could take, you know, a pay cut and be fine with it. But it is what it is. I have to drive down here 4 days a week now. They claim that they're gonna leave me on the list to try to get me in the work from home program. We'll see how that goes. It just seems like this company is going backwards. I mean, for a while they were doing a lot of the work from home stuff because they had done studies. Not only are there studies, you know, that have been done by independent companies, but our company did a study on its own about the productivity of, you know, workers are more happy, so they're more productive, and you know, so work from home was good. But now they're like on this, and this is where I don't even fit, where they, if the majority of your team was in a location and you lived in that state, then they wouldn't let people be my work. That's the name of the program. But if your team or your manager or whatever was not in your location, then they were more apt to let you be my work. Well, in my instance, I'm the only person here. My boss and the rest of my team, with the exception of that one other gentleman that I told you they kept, they're all in Delaware. Now as soon as they decided they were going to keep him, they enrolled him in my work, and so he gets to work from home. He lives in this area. He comes into the building once a month. That's, the rule for a regular work from home employee. You have to come in once a month to one of the locations, unless the state you live in does not have one. Because there are some states that we have people where they work, their job is strictly from home because we have no presence in that state. So, and then there's one other lady that they kept that doesn't really actually work for my department anymore. I just helped her get another job within the bank, and she's, work from home associate, because the rest of her team is like in Florida. So I don't even fit the rules. If the rules were to be followed, I should be able to be in this program. But I guess they're not looking at that right now. Right now they're looking at numbers, and they're saying, well, we have enough people already enrolled in the program and we're not going to let anybody else do it. So I basically just kind of feel a little screwed. And I know I keep waffling back and forth from being bitter to saying I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm both. I'm a grateful, bitter person. Well, I'm not a bitter person. I'm just not happy about this whole thing. But anyway, I'll go ahead and let you go. I don't want to make this too long. It's already 27 minutes, almost 28 minutes. And I won't do this every day because I don't want to bore everybody. And no, I didn't stick to the diet at all over the weekend. But I'm back on it, back on track. And I'm happy. I'm a happy gal. I'm in a size 8. How can I not be happy? So anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. Or I hope you had a good day, because by the time I get this put up, it will not be morning anymore. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who commiserated right along with me and left those really nice comments, and I really appreciated it. The comments really make me feel better. Thank you for being there for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!